Today we're going to look at subtracting mixed numbers. A mixed number has a whole number, like the number 10, and a fraction, like 3/6. The first thing we have to do is make sure the denominators are the same. Here, in this problem, the denominators are not the same. So we have to find what's called the least common multiple. That is a number that our denominators have in common when we multiply the numbers by themselves. So 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 15, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 4 is 20, 5 times 5 is 25. So I have 5 multiples. Let me do the next 5 multiples of 6. So 6, 12, 18, 6 times 4 is 24, 6 times 5 is 30. I don't have any numbers that are common. So let me go back to the 5. 30. Oh, I see I have 30 as a common multiple, and it's the lowest number of multiples that they have that are positive. So I'm going to make 30 the new denominator. Now I can subtract. So I'm going to divide the denominators and then multiply that number, which is the quotient, by the numerator. So 30 divided by 5 is 6, and 6 times 1 is 6. Now I'm going to do this one. 30 divided by 6 is 5, and 5 times 3 is 15. So now the denominators are the same, so I can subtract. 15 minus 6 equals 11, and we keep the same denominator. Now I have to subtract the whole numbers. 10 minus 7 is 3. So our final answer is 3 and 11 over 30. Let's look at this one. The denominators are not the same, so I have to find the least common multiple between 8 and 3. Let me give myself some more space. So I'm going to list the first 5 multiples of 8. So 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Then we have 24. 8 times 4 is 32. Then we have 40. Okay. So if I multiply out multiples of 3, I get 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Okay. I get 24. There's a shorter way to do this. You could just multiply these two together, but however, it may not be the least common multiple. So you could have just done 8 times 3 to get 24. However, sometimes there may be multiples that pop up before the number you get when you multiply the denominator. So that's just something to think about. And you can always divide the final answer to get the answer in least form, in simplest form. All right, so I'm going to use 24 as the denominator. So now 24 divided by 3 is 8. So I divide then multiply. 8 times 1 is 8. 24 divided by 8 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Now, the denominators are the same, 24 and 24, so now I can add. 15 plus 8 is 23, and we keep the same denominator, which is 24. And then 14 plus 6, 14 minus 6 is 8. So our final answer is 8 and 23 over 24. Okay, let's do this last one. We're going to do more after this one. It's going to be a little different though. All right, so what do we got to do here first? Look at the denominators. We have 5 and 9. Are they the same? No. So since they're not the same, we have to find the least common multiple. So least common multiple of 5 and 9. So when I write out the multiples of 5, 5 times 1, which is 10, then 5 times 1, which is 5, 5 times 2, which is 15, 5 times 3, which is 15, all the way out, I'm going to get 45. I multiply this. The first common multiple they're going to have is 45. So I did that to save time, but you can write it out if you need to do that. So I'm going to use 45 as the new denominator. So then 45 divided by 5 is 9. 9 times 1 is 9. What do I have to do next? 45 divided by 9 is 5. What do I have to do next? Multiply. 5 times 7 is 35. So now 35 plus 9 is 44. And we keep the same denominator, which is 45. Now we subtract 11 minus 2, which is 9. So answer is 9 and 44 over 45. Now this one, we do the same way, but we're going to have to do an extra step. Let's see what that step is going to be. So first thing, what do we got to do? Find the least common multiple between 9 and 6. So 9 times 1, 9 times 2, 9 times 3, 9 times 4, 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4, 6 times 5, 6 times 6. So 36 is the least common multiple. So we're going to use 36 as the new denominator. So then, as usual, we're going to divide the denominator and then multiply that quotient by the answer, by the numerator. So 36 divided by 6 is 6. 6 times 5 is 30. 36 divided by 9 is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. All right, so we have the same denominators. Uh-oh, we have 4 over 36 and 30 over 36. We can't subtract. So whenever we have a situation like this, we have to do a special system. We have to have a special system to do it. And what we do is we borrow 1 from that fraction. So now the 11 is going to become a 10. And whatever is the denominator, if it was 20, if it was a million, if it was 3, we're going to add that denominator to the numerator. So it's going to be 4 plus 36. So now the new numerator is going to be 40, and we keep the same denominator. And we did that so that we would be able to subtract this fraction. We'd be able to subtract 30 over 36 from 40 over 36. So 40 minus 30 is 10. And we keep the same denominator of 36. And then 10 minus 3 is 7. So our answer is 7 and 10 over 36. However, it's not in simplest form. we can divide 10 over 36 by 2. Whenever you want to get a number in simplest form, you're going to divide it by the largest number that can go into the numerator and the denominator. So 10 minus 2, 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 36 divided by 2 is 18. So our final answer is 7 and 5 over 18. Let's do another one. We have 15 and 2 over 9 and 4 and 3 over 4. So, first thing I have to do, I have to find the least common multiple between what two numbers? 4 and 9. So 4 and 9. When I write out all the multiples, it's going to be 36. So that'd be 4 times 1, 4 times. So 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2, 8, 4 times 3, 12, etc. 9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, 9 times 3 is 26, 9 times 4 is 36. So that's how I got that. I skipped a step. So now the new numerator, the new denominator, excuse me, it's going to be 36. So 36 divided by 4, we divide and multiply the quotient. 36 divided by 6 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 36 divided by 9 is 4. And 4 times 2 is 8. We have the same situation. The fraction on top is smaller than the fraction on the bottom. So we have to first subtract 1 from the top fraction. So 15 is going to become 14. And we add the denominator to the numerator. So 36, we're going to add to 8. And 36 plus 8 is going to give us 44. And we keep the same denominator, which is 36. So 44 plus 27. 44 plus 27, 11 is 71. So our answer is going to be when we add 44 plus 36 over 27 over 36 is going to be 71 over 36. So now we also have to subtract our whole numbers. We have 14 and 4, so 14 minus 4 is 10. So you could leave your answer like this, 10 and 71 over 36. However, we have here an improper fraction. So we want to break this down. So what we can do, let's break down 71 over 36. So 71 over 36. So let's see. 36 can go into 71 one time. It's one time. Let's see. 71 minus 36. When we subtract it, 11 minus 6 is 5. And then 6 minus 3 is 3. We have 35. So we have 1 and 35 over 36. Okay, so that is this here. Let's change this. Okay, but we have 10. So I'm going to add the 10. So we have 10 plus 1 and 35 over 36. So 10 plus 1 equals 11, and then we have the fraction 35 over 36. So this is our final answer in simplest form. Let's do one last one. So we have 13 and 1/7 minus 8 and 3 over 4. So we have to find the least common multiple between our denominators of 4 and 7. So 4 and 7, when we write out the multiples, we get 28. What I usually do, I start out with the multiples of the largest number and then go to the smallest number. So our new denominator is going to be 28. So now I'm going to divide the denominators, the new denominator, by this denominator, and then multiply the quotient by the numerator. So 28 divided by 4 is 7. 7 times 3 is 21. 28 divided by 7 is 4. And 4 times 1 is 4. We have the same situation. So what do you think we have to do here? We have to borrow from the 13, 1 from the 13. So the 13 becomes 12. And then we add the denominator to the numerator on the top, plus 28. So now the new numerator is going to be 32 over 28. So now our denominators are the same, 28. So now we can subtract the numerators, 32 and 21. So 32 minus 21 is 11. So we get 11 over, we keep the same denominator, 28. Now we have to subtract the whole number, 12 whole numbers. 12 minus 8 is 4. So 11 over 28 cannot be reduced because 11 and 28 do not have any common factors. So our final answer is 4 and 11 over 28. That's our lesson for today. Good luck.